that I have participated in successful dealing as a middleman, customs broker with people from all the nationalities who were selling goods, ultimately farmed for Israel, Palestine, and Saudi Arabia. Even as a young man, I dealt with and learned to appreciate many cultures, not just those in the Middle East. Now I will talk about some of my impressions of the linen tree. The linen tree is a masterfully crafted piece of treasure which weaves together the stories of two people, Daniel Shinazi, whose family was forced to leave Europe because of the Holocaust, and Bashir Khairi, a native-born Palestinian. Their lives intersect at a house in the West Bank with a linen tree in the yard. The house had belonged to Bashir's family for many generations. They were forced to leave because of the events of 1948. While Dania had nothing to do personally with those events, her family occupied that same house after 1948. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the rub of the problem. Arthur Sandy Solon not only puts a human face on the series of tragic events that occurred in the Middle East from 1948 until the present, but also, for the most part, even handedly and accurately relates the history of these events and the reasons behind them. This is no small achievement, and he is to be commended for writing a book that is not only engaging but quite educational for most of people around the world who are unaware of these events. It's no coincidence that the book was a national book, a Critics' Circle Awards finalist. You and I led these events. So what can we learn from this masterfully told story? Perhaps there are several things we could discuss. The first would be that all solutions to fixing problems come from human relationships. The second would be that, for many reasons, the facts on the ground have not gotten better. Atrocities on both sides continue to be considered normal. The third and final lesson might be that ordinary people, through their advocacy and activist skills, can make a difference. How did Dania and Bashir handle the situation? Bashir, the Palestinian, spent most of his adult life in Israel's jails for his refusal to compromise his belief in the Palestinian right to both a homeland and a state. Was Bashir a terrorist? Was Bashir too stubborn? Or was Bashir simply a Palestinian patriot? And in an well-told story, there is a rational quality which leads the leader to make the ultimate decision. Dalia, for her part, is trying to live a normal life in abnormal times. She is a new land and state, which are constantly undergoing changes from both within and without. Dalia is a true humanist with a pure heart, like many Jews I know. She makes a house, a home, currently endless and existence fraught with danger, and ultimately creates an open house, kindergarten for the mostly Arab children in the neighborhood. If all Israelis were as inclusive, open-minded, and generous-hearted as Dalia, we would not be having this discussion tonight. And this might well be the case if there had not been so much killing, naming and horror on both sides. That ultimately the solution to what happens in the Holy Land will occur because of interactions between people like Dalia and Bashir is indisputable. How can we help them get together? My own personal feelings are that people who do business together with all the attendant social interaction connected with businesses tend not to kill each other. One of the main problems today is the lack of business as peers or equals between Israelis and Palestinians. If a new barrier could be created around the commonalities of businesses and economics between Palestinians and Israelis, a host of consequences might very well follow. Among these would be a common concern for regional prosperity, apartheid, mechanism between Israelis and Palestinians that would tend to mitigate radical on both sides and enduring investment in each other's well-being. What do people who live and trade together do? The same thing they have been doing for thousands of years. They form social groups, trade associations, lobby groups, and they protect each other's measure interests, sex and war, making constant in human history. But businesses and what is created between people is a closed affair. People who are mutually profiting from each other's economic activities tend not to kill each other. So why are we in this situation? A more or less constant flow that has prevailed since 1948. My answer to this question. My answer is a simple one. There is no economically powerful constituency for peace between Israelis and Palestinians. The United States of America, for many reasons, sends billions of dollars every year to stay with Israel. We love free conditions. There is a theory that makes some sense to the effect that America is using Israel as a real-world weapons test site. Huh? Do you like the speech? Come to my restaurant video. Please. I'll try to anyway. On the other side, for 60 years, the Palestinians and their legitimate quest for a state of their own has been transformed into a regional power, game of influence and the manipulation of all classes. Our states, for a variety of reasons, have designated the Palestinians and their situation as pawns in their games. Both sides is promoting the status quo, make a great deal of money every year by endlessly discussing the problems but not actually helping to solve it. I can continue, but can I say something important? The rest of the time, what I would like to say, have we stopped killing each other yet? Do we both not plead will we destroy each other? Do we not both need to eat, clothes, and shelter ourselves? Imagine what would happen if the best minds, spirits, and souls on both the Jewish side and the Palestinian side put their hearts and heads together. We could gradually dominate the world if our vigilance did not get in the way. And by the way, we all, Jewish and Palestinians, share not only in love, we share in love, family, businesses, long life, and we deserve a life. I don't want to say, so I got everything, because of 2 minutes rest. Anyway, there is 2 women yesterday came to my restaurant and asked me questions, because I'm supposed to talk about the women and children. They can work for the peace, they can fix the peace. We can depend now on the woman. And she asked me how the woman can help to fix the peace. I said, well, if your husband asks you for sex, tell him no love for sex, till we have peace. And the other one asked me, he said, you work with young people, what about us? I said, we'll take you out to Cousin West. Thank you for your kind patience and your openness for discussing this issue of asking and listening to our ways for you. But you guys, you will come to my restaurant. It's meeting place, more than restaurant. You can come, we'll continue, and we talk, we'll make peace. We'll make love. My neighbor is Jewish. My landlord is Jewish. You are my friends since 20 years. We have 2 kitchens open together, Palestinian kitchen and Jewish kitchen. So, you're welcome. Thank you very much.